everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, and I thought I'd share my Father's Day card that I made for my dad. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do, and decided I was going to create my own paper and stamp the word Dad all over it. So I had to hunt through the stash, and I'd got quite a lot of alpha stamps. So I thought I'd start with some Paper Mania ones. Both of the sets that I'm using at this point are Paper Mania ones, and then I brought in the Clarity Stamp ones, and I think it was some more Paper Mania ones as well, a little bit later on. Not those ones, but these ones with the little circles. I decided to stamp them in a range of blues and greens, mainly greeny colours really, using a mixture of the Concord and Ninth and the Distress inks. And I just kept going between the different stamp sets, the different fonts and the different colours, and either doing them so that they were the right way or they were vertical going down, so that it would be easy to read the word Dad regardless of whether you got it the right way up or if you turned it just one 90-degree angle or not. So that's me finished with the background, and now I'm deciding how to finish off, and I decided to go and grab some Alpha dies, and again I am die cutting Dad. At first I wasn't sure if I wanted to use that turquoise or the teal, and I decided on the not teal, I think it's Coastal Cabana, but I could be wrong. It's something like that. It's like a nice turquoisey aqua kind of colour. Now I die cut them quite a few times so that I could stack it up 3 times in total, and that gives it a nice chunky feel as an embellishment. And then I glue them all together, and then I just ink the bottom of each letter very lightly, not particularly firm, so that it was more of an ombre look I was looking for, so it just darkens one edge of it. I chopped down my background, made sure I'd got a strip for the inside of the card, but otherwise I've created a square panel, and then I decide to mount it in not just that Coastal Cabana colour but also some shaded spruce, which is the green colour. And I decide that I want to die cut a circle out of that to create the embellishment, not the embellishment, like the focal cluster on the front. And now I'm hunting through my various things that have already been die cut, and I grabbed those 2 sort of labels, and now I'm just going to start sticking this down. Now a sensible person would have also gutted that Coastal Cabana card, but I'm not a sensible person and I forgot to do that. And now I've been a search through, and I don't like the Happy Father's Day sentiments that I've got. They're all a bit sort of like old-fashioned looking, so I need to do something about that. But for now, I'm just going through different alphas. These are little alphas, and I've also got those little word stamps, and I decide that I'm going to stamp fathers in the slightly larger single alphas, and then Happy and Day in the small font. But I didn't quite get my spacing right, and I wasn't happy with it. So at this point I think, right, okay, so I'm going to stamp the fathers again, and you can see I'd done a few practice runs just to try and get the spacing right, but it didn't work. And this time I'm just going to cut that little piece out, ink it up, and then stick that on the top so that it sort of looks a bit higgledy-piggledy, because I wanted it to look a little bit more higgledy-piggledy given that I've not got the stamping straight at all. Sometimes if you've not got your stamping straight, make it look like it was on purpose. That's my theory. So now it's just a case of gluing everything down and into place. You'll see that I use my little pokey tool to just get rid of any excess glue so it doesn't look clumpy. And at this point I decide, right, what I want as my embellishment. I'd ummed and ahed about some leaves, but I decided I just wanted to add those little hearts. So 3 green hearts and 1 sort of blue heart onto the front, and that just finishes off the front nicely. I do decide to raise up my circle and the little label with some foam. I just used the fun foam and stuck that into place. And now I'm deciding whether I want it wonky or not. I decided I did, just to kind of keep in theme with where I had put it wonky on the stamping. I decided, well, let's just go for it. So I decided to finish the inside of the card first, just with that piece of the background panel that I had created, mounted that on the Coastal Cabana, and again I start adding some hearts. But because I want 3 different coloured greens, I did have to just slightly switch it out. These are hearts that I've die cut from scraps previously, so I'm just using up what I've got rather than going and die cutting anything new. And that's it done. So I was really pleased with how this ended up. I think it's a fun card. It's definitely personalised in terms of obviously all that stamping all over it saying Dad. So I think he'll know who it's for when he opens it. I hope you enjoyed. Please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to see more.